Won't the devil guide your hand for good luck to hold the honeysuckle rose as she lies down, reading the paper, reading the world right round, and her eyes record the sweet surprise of those who died that day, leaving her breathless, leading her head to the grave. Dressing in the back room now, they'll pay what they owe you. It's only small change red on the green, green grass. Won't the devil take you back for more, to open closed doors and keep the good from the great, evil and equal, seeking to kill or create? How grand the milk and honey land is on her tongue again. Taste of the violence, trying to silence her head. Time to strike. Surely
man, no ho, oh 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 swag, swag, new flow, oh swag, new flow, 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 new flow, flow, whole flow, whole flow, oh man, oh no ho, ho, oh man, no flow, flow, bad bitch, love ho, sip for what, every whoa, sip for what, kick the shit, whoa, up here, come in here, got some hoes, real still, I need to hold, need to pill, my chain too cold, Chanel, pretty boy, manicure, you need a code, just come in here, only 21, feel like a bachelor, pretty big, baddest thing in her, oh man, no ho, oh man, no ho, oh man, no ho, oh man, no ho.
I conjure ye, O circle of art, to be a temple between the worlds. Wherefore do I bless and consecrate thee, so mote it be.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, chase a chase, never chase a bitch, mask on, fucking mask on, mask on, fucking mask on, Percocet, Miley Percocet, chase a chase, never chase a bitch, 2 cups. With the game, full steps, whole nother domain. Out the bottom, I'm a living proof. They compromising, million on the coupe. Drug houses, looking like Peru. Graduated, I was never due. Big money, I can barely move. Ask about me, all gon' bust the move. Red James, 33 chains. Cruising Biscayne, top off, that's a liability. Who's the liability? What the shit? Miley Percocet, big fun. What the shit? Miley Percocet, big represent, gotta represent. Chase the shit, never chase a bitch. Mask on, fucking mask on, mask on, fucking mask on. Go to those extremes. Call him Mari Williams. Parlay the niggas. We was in the tennis coach. Never take a break. Switch states. Switch down bad place. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. We don't wanna play. Rock the way. We gon' rock the game. They game, we game. Everybody say, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, represent, gotta represent. Chase a chick, never chase a bitch.
Welcome to Club Doom. How we doing? Oh, I forgot to turn the music off. Booty, 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 booty.
This new group, get it together, everything. Chose me as Bubba K and Nick Gang all the way in this thing.
Big O. Is Big O like some kind of spin-off? The forehead show. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what was with the art design, giving all the characters big ass forehead. On some fucking Kevin Gates like shit. It's that big ass forehead, that football helmet on her forehead. Oh, it's an old Toonami anime, like an old Toonami show. Is it like that, that something Neo something Titan that got canceled or something? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I got a video. The reason I named the stream this is because I found a video that's called "The End of Code Lyoko." So I'm like, well, shit. I never really saw how it ended, so this might be something worth reacting to. Know what I'm saying? Let's see. We also got, let's see here, a YouTube poop that was recommended last night, but I didn't get a chance to get to it. So let's see here. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, Symbiotic Titan. Okay, that's what it was called. That's what that show I was talking about was called. Okay, so I got the YouTube poop on a tab, and I'm gonna get Code Lyoko on a tab. Alright. Well, let's see. The YouTube poop is only 9 minutes, so we might do the YouTube poop first. But yeah, the dark ending of Code Lyoko by Colby 2D. I'm gonna give him a like because yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious how this shit ends. I never saw the end of Code Lyoko. I remember, I think it went off Cartoon Network, or I stopped watching it or something around the time like they introduced that kid with the black hair and bro got like possessed by Xana or some shit. So I never got the chance to really see how it ends. Or what they do with that or any of that. I don't know, Dark Leaf. You only had 20 years to watch the show. Here's the thing. I give a shit about spoilers when it's something new. Right? If you had 20 years, 20, 30 years to watch the shit, then like I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I know. Mummies Alive will have to be for like a Kick or Twitch stream. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I'm gonna use Kick or Twitch for like non-YouTube streams. We did a Kick stream. That was fun. The Kick stream was fun. But I don't know. The thing is, I hate both Amazon and Steak equally. So I don't know which one I wanna hit up first. I mean, or the next go around. Let's see here. Liquid Snappy with the 5. Better hide that big ass forehead. The Rock to everyone on Code Lyoko. Or you know what? You know what? Because we keep talking about the weird art direction with the foreheads, I gotta Kevin Gates, Rihanna. This is one of the funniest videos on the goddamn internet. If you ain't seen this before, you missing out. This is an interview. This is an out-of-pocket interview with fucking Kevin Gates, the Two Phones guy.
One thing I love about Rihanna, I never looked at the ass.
Yeah. He never looked at Rihanna's ass. So what happened?
One thing I love about Rihanna, I never looked at the ass. I always looked at that fucking cranium, that football helmet that she got on her fucking forehead.
Calling it a football helmet is the nastiest, craziest, most insane work I've ever heard in my life.
I always love that about that woman. Like if you get mad at me, like Kevin, I swear with that accent that you got, Kevin, I kiss you on your forehead. Who you talking? Who you getting loud with? Who you disrespect? I kiss you on your forehead. You better stop playing with me. Hey, when we get home, I'm gonna kiss you on your forehead.
It's so good. Oh my god. We need more Kevin Gates interviews. I'm just saying, we need more Kevin Gates interviews in the world. There are not enough Kevin Gates interviews because he's fucking hilarious.
Just don't watch this stupid, disgusting brain rot.
Oh, this is from 3 days ago too. YouTube Poop's still alive, I guess. People still making this shit.
I think you should leave.
Stand back, motherfuckers. They shall sample my sample drinks.
I already love it. This is already one of the best YouTube poops I've ever seen. Here, Daffy go. Stand back, motherfuckers.
Stand back, motherfuckers. They shall sample my sample drinks. 3. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
I like how he still has his lisp, even with the edits.
Stand back,
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here, Musk.
He had a farm. And on this farm, he had a farm. Daffy Duck, he ducked an igloo.
And then he slammed his penis in the car door. You slammed your penis in the car door. Can I quick digress to that? I know we only like, what, 20 minutes into the stream? We already digressing twice. But like, bro. In the car door animation. I need to find the animation. Okay, yes, here it is. Here it is. This is perfect. This is perfect.
I slammed my penis in the car door.
I love how this shot makes it look like an old Cartoon Network bumper from like the late 2000s. I like that he's taking it well.
your way. Yay.
Yay.
Daddy duck, he had a farm. Hey, oh.
Just poke a hole in it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
And I've never been better. And I've never been soft in all my life. You flop. Not me. Well, where's the rest of me?
Oh no, not the AI. Most accurate depiction of AI, actually.
You know better than to use a swap. You better know better than that. You better know that. You know better than that. You know.
Nice.
I always have the hardest time getting through YouTube poops. The thing is, okay, I could get through like 2 to 3 minutes of them. I can't do them when they're like fucking 10 minutes. Unless it's the classic King of the Hill shit. Boggle. Boggle. Also, the one, what is it? It's the one where like Connie and Bobby have a wrestling match. That YouTube, the ending to that one is golden. Just does the backbreaker instant credits. Yeah. So good.
Is this? Whoever's in charge here.
Dinner.
Where's the spaghetti? Listen, pal. This is the
YouTube poop.
and then
YouTube poop.
they have.
I mean, it definitely is. Classic. I don't know. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time getting through it. We might just start the Code Lyoko bit.
When I was a kid, I had this desk buddy I sat in the back of class with, who was pretty chill. We'd talk about TV shows like Static Shock and Mucho.
Mucha Lucha, let's go. I played that. You can find that theme song on Spotify. There's a whole song on Spotify. Yeah, it wasn't just you know, Cartoon Network like Mucha Lucha TV show intro theme. Like nah, that shit on Spotify. I have found it before. It's on Spotify, it's on YouTube Music. It's probably on Apple Music. You can find it. It's out there. I'm just letting y'all know for anyone who want to look for it.
Lucha. The show with the big foreheads? No, I haven't watched it. Sorry. Throughout class, he'd always hum this
Bought the song on iTunes. Let's go.
oddly familiar tune. Dun, 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 dun. It wasn't until one
Oh, I forgot to play that. I meant to play that during the music segment.
day where we went on a field trip to a bookstore where a dude with a guitar taught us about music and asked everyone their favorite genre of music. He asked me and I said, smooth jazz, and that probably got the response you'd imagine from my friends. But in my defense, that was my walk-up music in backyard baseball. Like, that is why I picked it. I didn't know much about genres. But then my desk buddy raised his
Yeah, that is a weird, like, question to ask. Like, what are they, in elementary, maybe middle school? They ain't talking about fucking genres. Especially back in the fucking 2000s. We did not know what fucking what music genres were back then as, like, middle school kids. We did not. Okay? We saw the Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By and Pokemon movie soundtrack and Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie soundtrack and SpongeBob Yellow album, and we bugged our parents to buy those. And they had, like, all kinds of shit, from R&B to rock to hip-hop, had all kinds of shit.
his hand. His favorite genre of music? Well, that was an easy one. The Code Lyoko theme song.
That's not a genre!
I'll never forget the look on the man's face. It wasn't judgmental, it wasn't angry, it wasn't happy. It was almost like he was still waiting for the answer. If I could have any superpower, it would be to read minds, cause I would love to know what he was thinking. My friend repeated himself. And it hit me. Oh, that's what he was singing. So for a long time, that was my only exposure to the show, was just that it had an amazing theme song and a
I mean, that was my exposure to Cyber Chase when I was a kid. I only, I remember, I memorized the time slot on Saturday morning for Cyber Chase, just so I could quick hit up the theme music, hear the theme song once, and then, like, switch over to Foxbox or Cartoon Network or some shit. Ain't no way I'm fucking watching a math show on a Saturday morning. Fuck out of here.
funny story that I always thought about. But once I started watching the show, I really fell in love with the combat and this group of
I mean, Sugon, there's a, I mean, yes. I mean, I still, I mean, I have ISO in my fucking gym playlist at the moment. Like, I got ISO on my gym rotation currently. Like, ISO, dun, 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 the fucking new season of JJK theme, that shit go hard. That shit slap. Love me, hate me. That shit go hard.
But characters who are all such good friends. And today, we finally get to see how the show ends, and whether they'll truly defeat Xana once and for all.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, one pet peeve I always had with the show was, like, the only villain, the only real villain for the entire show was Xana. And again, that one kid Xana possessed, which again is still technically just Xana. It's like, come on, guys. Y'all only got one op. Like, this shouldn't be this hard. Let's see here. Cosmic Corpse with the 10. Yo, Doom. Just want to say, I've been bumping Shrunken Head speech on repeat while writing for my D&D campaign. Oh, hell yeah. Something about FML gets the creative juices flowing every time. I appreciate the good tunes. That's kick-ass. I appreciate you for letting me know. I appreciate that you like it. Again, it's always nice to see people loving the art, because that's my favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do is make music. Speaking of shameless plug. Where it at? Yeah, I'm gonna destroy all my goodwill in one foul swoop. Hold on, let me just find the... Where the fuck is it? Come on, where's my destroy all my goodwill button? Come on. Oh, right, I gotta scroll up. Where it at? Aha! There it is. Yeah! New album on CD. Yeah! But yeah, if you ain't heard Bodacious yet, Bodacious was a fun album to make. So, I'm hoping you'll enjoy that one too. I'm hoping you'll enjoy Bodacious. Don't worry, it's on all streaming platforms and stuff, and Bandcamp, so you don't have to only... Yeah, that's just the CD.
As well as what happens to Aelita and Franz Hopper, along with all the other moments we've waited 80 episodes to see. So let's start our final Code Lyoko video with episode 81, A Lack of Goodwill. I see what you did there, like a lack of good William. This episode starts with Odd and Aelita flinging their lunch up on forks and catching it, but when they accidentally hit Sissy...
Oh my god, if only they would ever actually catch it. Most kids just let that shit fling up into the air and are actively trying to get that shit stuck on the ceiling. I see it. When they do shit like that, I see it at the restaurants and shit. They're little bastards.
See, it's actually William who gets blamed for this, as he's sitting absentmindedly about to fling his glass. The Lyoko crew find it strange.
Well, I mean, bro did escalate it. He did escalate it. I mean, they were just flinging food. He's flinging, like, fucking glass that could shatter and, like, hurt someone. Get shattered glass everywhere.
Strange William Spector's taking its own initiative now, but I find it kind of strange they don't sit with him at lunch. Like, maybe a Spectre doesn't have feelings, but you could at least babysit him so he doesn't just chuck glass at people.
Yeah, don't neglect your zombified friends, chat. That's the moral of tonight's stream. Don't if your friend gets zombified by either magical or technological forces beyond human comprehension, don't just let him by himself to just fucking fling glass cups across the cafeteria. It's not cool. It's not good. Okay, it's bad. Okay.
Alita even feels bad for him and is like, hey.
Oh, yo, W Coach for catching it midair though.
Him at lunch. Like, maybe a Spectre doesn't have feelings, but you could at least babysit him so he doesn't just chuck glass at people. Alita even feels bad for him and is like, hey, I was artificial once too, and then the news reporter gals hear this and press William for a good portion of the episode. There's a fun team dynamic this episode with Odd and Yumi teaming up, which we rarely see.
Yeah, Coach Jim was the GOAT. Coach Jim was the GOAT. We talked about Coach Jim in particular in an earlier stream. I forget exactly why. It was because someone we were reacting to something. We were reacting to some fucking video, either talking about or from like a guy who just looked like real life Coach Jim. And I was like, bro, don't that look like? And then we got on our Code Lyoko rant. That was months ago. I don't even remember what stream that was.
Along with Ulrich and Alita, who are traveling through Area 51 searching for the hacked supercomputer.
Why are they just at Area 51? How the hell did they get there? They Naruto ran in. It works, Chad. It works.
A replica. While this is happening, William pulls up to the factory as well as a clone of the clone, and then the clones start fighting. Jeremy gets beat up so bad, the news reporter, Tamiya, has to go to the supercomputer and tell the others about the situation. The presence of the news reporters doesn't really add a ton to the episode. Like, Tamiya didn't make any clutch plays on the computer or do anything based off her skills as a reporter, but I guess the gals serve the purpose of showing just how crazy the presence of these specters is to a normal person. You know, as opposed to
I mean, that does serve a narrative function, I guess.
A hardened veteran of Lyoko, but they were fun here. The Xanafied William escapes back into the network as Alita saves the supercomputer, and we end the episode with the Lyoko crew giving the news reporters a pretty detailed interview all about Lyoko.
It happens all the time. We find Zen almost every day.
Wow, this has got to be the best scoop we've ever had.
The reason you're not going to remember any of this is
Return to the past now.
And it's so funny.
I mean, yeah, I forgot about that entire plot point. Yeah, every episode they went back to the past. They did the weird time reset shit. I completely forgot it. That completely... It was erased from my mind. Almost as if we returned to the past.
Love how Jeremy's posed here. Like, he's big chillin'. I thought the William fight was pretty cool, and I've seen several people say this was one of their favorite episodes, especially because of the fight scenes and choreography. So it was pretty cool to have the complex fight scene here to be in 2D and primarily with one character for a change. Like, neither of these two things happen very often, but it's always welcome and cool. Episode 82, Distant Memory, starts with a traumatic nightmare of Alita's childhood, with her mother being taken away by the Men in Black as Alita lays crying in the snow. Jeremy worries about leaving Alita alone at school during the holidays, but Alita insists that they go home and see their families. We already know that the Lyoko crew is essentially their own family in a sense, and we know most of the crew has their own family issues, like Ulrich has a strict angry father.
I see you're still hanging around with that gang of good-for-nothings.
And I see you forgot your happy pill again.
Yumi.
Okay, W edit. W edit. Yo. Great family dynamic. Great family dynamic.
issues. Like Ulrich has a strict A
W. Ulrich, man. W. Ulrich. Oh, man. Triple B with the 2. Code Lyoko characters are thinking in 4K UHD sound. I know, right? Especially with fucking comebacks like that.
father.
I see you're still hanging around with that gang of good-for-nothings.
And I see you forgot your happy pill again.
Mom, get the camera! Oh my god. This takes me back. This takes me back. Simpler times, chat. Simpler times. Back when brain rot was good.
Yumi's parents have a pretty strained relationship, and Odd has a lot of older siblings that lock him in the bathroom because they thought it would be funny. Odd's the most athletic human I've ever seen in this universe. You're telling me his older sisters are stronger than him? They must be like demons or something.
Yeah, get them to fucking fight Xana. Goddamn.
Jeremy's dad's actually really chill and very supportive of Jeremy and Aelita.
It's just too bad he looked like a fucking alien in a wig. He don't even look human. He looks like he looks like if they made a separate cartoon about an alien, like he looked like Roger. He looked like Roger off of American Dad, like in a costume trying to blend in. The fuck wrong with Jeremy's dad? I hope Jeremy don't get his genetics when he grow up. Poor guy. Liquid Stabby with the 5. Code Lyoko characters thinking 6 months in advance. Well, I mean, they're able to with them fucking foreheads.
He even drives back to school without any hesitation when Jeremy and Yumi aren't able to get a hold of Aelita on the phone.
I get the idea, Jeremy. Your laptop wouldn't have pink hair by any chance, would it?
Huh?
You know, I can understand that. I was in love once, too.
You were? With who?
Who else? With your mother.
This line's
your mama.
So funny. Like the inflection and the way they bounce off each other, you really feel this is a father and son. Aelita's stuck in Lyoko because she got a chat message from her father, who we can already guess is probably gonna be Xana. And despite how
I mean, it's always Xana. It's always Xana trying to pull some fucking ops.
obvious it may be, I low-key fall for it every time. Aelita could have had the courtesy to like send the text to the others like, hey, my dad just pinged me, going to say hi on Lyoko, BRB. But I think it's understandable for someone to act without logic in the heat of the moment, possibly finding the person you've been searching for all this time, especially with the trauma she's endured. But it's also like, come on, Aelita. Aelita realizes
I know, we're only in episode 82. You said?
It's all an illusion, and then William pops out and grabs her, so the other Lyoko crew fights to save Aelita as she confronts her past, metaphorically and literally, destroying the illusion which confined her. Despite this breakthrough, Aelita's not able to escape.
Dude, her dad's an animorph.
And please look at how she tries to fly away. I find this way funnier than it should be.
Okay, but the Ghost, the cheeses slap though. You know, I get it. I get it. I know what you're saying. And like, you know, I take the medicine and shit, but like when the cheese is good, you might as well still keep the orders coming in, know what I'm saying? That shit still slap though. The shit still slap. There'll come a point where you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Just go hard on a turkey sandwich.
Now fighting William in the ice sector without the illusion, it's actually Franz Hopper in his bubble form that comes to save the day. And you know, while watching this episode, I was beginning to think, wow, we're really approaching the end of the show. Like, are we actually gonna see Franz return, or will it just be one massive cliffhanger? The Franz bubble revealed that Xana keeps trying to throw Aelita into the digital sea in order to lure Franz Hopper out of hiding, so Aelita's role is kind of like a hostage, except she can fight and fly, sometimes.
Yeah, she's getting shot down instantly. God damn. Yeah, glad to see you putting in that work, Aelita. Yeah. I remember when you were just like in the early days of the show, you were kind of just the, what the fuck do they call them? Escort mission. You were just kind of a walking escort mission every episode. Glad to see you
Her
holding your
friends
own.
hop her out of hiding.
Glad
so
to see you
Aelita's
finally
role is
holding your
kind of
own
like a
so
hostage,
effectively.
Except she can fight and fly sometimes.
Glad to see, yeah. Don't worry, you got it. You got it, girl. You got it. You got it. Noelle with the 5. Here's an idea. Instead of saying pause, you should say what dying Donald Duck noises. Honestly, that shit was more pause. That was the most pause shit I ever heard. Because eventually the AI just started geeking out so bad that, like, I don't know, it sounded like Donald Duck getting his throat destroyed. Like I can't even say like if we rewatch that AI WWE video, that's legit what it fucking sounded like, and it is crazy. That is crazy work.
But I find it really interesting how differently Xana treats all the warriors. Like, he uses Aelita as a hostage, tunnels Yumi any chance he gets, he Xanifies people to fight Jeremy in the lab. It's fun. The episode ends with everyone getting gifts for the holidays from Odd, like he gives Jeremy a rubber duck, and he gives Aelita a spork? What are you, the Penguin of Doom? Ulrich doesn't open his present, recalling the
Okay, I have to quick. All right, we at 7:03. What is Jeremy's dad's car like? Is that a
I
Jeep?
get the idea, Jeremy.
No, it's
Jeremy
not a
and
Jeep.
Aelita. He even drives back to school without any hesitation when Jeremy and Yumi aren't able to get a hold of Aelita on the
Look, I'm just saying, if Odd got him a rubber duck and his dad had a Jeep, that would have been mad funny. That would have been mad funny. If he got bro a duck for his dad's Jeep.
people to fight Jeremy in the lab. It's
Nah,
fun.
instead he got
The
whatever the
episode
fuck that is. I forget what those cars are called. Sweet Maddie G with the 5. Move over, grapefruit technique. There's a new duck in town. There really is. That fucking video was crazy. That WWE AI was insane. What? Fucking
ends with everyone getting gifts for the holidays from Odd, like he gives Jeremy a rubber duck, and he gives Aelita a spork? What are you, the Penguin of Doom? Ulrich doesn't open his present, recalling the Japanese custom of not opening your gifts in front of others, which is just like W-Riz here. Good stuff, Ulrich. In 83, Hard Luck, Odd breaks a mirror and the others tell him it's bad luck, but he doesn't believe in superstition, so it's gonna be one of those episodes.
Really? I thought Odd would be like the superstition guy. Whatever.
Right away, we see Jim get mad at Odd for a prank and gives him 8 hours of detention, but Odd says he didn't do it, and it was probably Nicholas and Herb. So Jim gives him 4 hours of detention instead for being a snitch. To some, this might be the craziest thing Jim's ever done, but I don't know, he was kind of real for that. There's some sort of glitch bug on Lyoko that starts messing everyone up and lagging them, and it's really hilarious. Like, look at Odd here.
When the edibles hit. When the edibles hit.
We return to the Area 51 base from last episode,
Yo, these
but
edibles
this time
ain't
it's
shit.
full of cankerlots, which are still so funny to see in 2D. I just love these little guys. Yumi goes back to the replica to protect the kids from William, and I'm not gonna lie, she absolutely swags on William here, all by herself. I guess the terrain helped her a lot, where she can fling stuff from far away and even have a pillar fall on William.
I mean, it is the perfect zoning stage. This do look like the perfect stage for zoning.
But honestly, I think this is a great piece of evidence for Yumi being the absolute MVP of the show. Like, she's clearly the strongest warrior. So we end the episode with Odd's bad luck finally turning around as we see this girl he likes leave her cell phone behind at lunch, giving him a perfect opportunity to win her over. Except this sparkly pink cell phone isn't hers, it's Jim's. And of course, he'd rather not talk about it. Man, I didn't know Jim was such a diva. Good for him. Good for him. In episode 84, Guided Missiles, Jeremy wins first prize in a contest, and is invited to be in some fighter jet that's gonna shoot some test missiles. If I was being constantly hunted by Xana, like, every day, I don't think I'd ever get in a plane. Like that.
Or anything with missiles, at least. Like, what do you mean they testing missiles? Why are they bringing a kid to test missiles?
That seems like
I don't know, I guess crazier shit happens on military bases.
Xana's easiest way to just get rid of the mastermind. Even if Xana didn't send this invite, I'd be scared it would just hack the plane and boom, series over. Also, Jeremy didn't even enter the competition. It was Odd signing him up with as many entries as he could, and it's non-transferable, so Jeremy proves to Odd he's not a chicken and goes on the flight. Xana obviously screws everything up, and Jeremy calls the tower and is like, yeah, my pilot's unconscious, and I'm an 8th grader, but don't worry, I got this.
I mean, that's just typical anime bullshit. According to anime, regardless of if it's Japanese or French, every anime, you know, middle school, high schoolers are like the most competent people in the universe for no fucking reason. Well, in Japan, there's a reason. It's because, it's because that's the last, like, years of your life that you can be something outside of, like, a depressed salaryman. It's like, please let me live a life outside of work and drinking with my boss I hate. No.
Want to hear some aviation trivia from one of the YouTube comments? Christopher0184, a self-proclaimed aviation nut, shares that the fighter jet, Charlie Foxtrot, is actually slang for clusterfuck, you know, like the NATO alphabet letters C and F, as well as the fact the jet here is an F-15D Eagle, which the French Air Force doesn't have, so hey, thanks for that, Christopher.
Wait, so I guess it don't take place in France? I guess that makes sense. If they don't want to take place in France, I don't know. Why?
Jets hurtling towards the factory in one of the more brutal Xana executions if it were to
Only
succeed.
the French
so the rest
military
of the
would
crew
do
has
this.
a 4v1 against William, and I like that Aelita decides to just fly above him and start kicking him in the head here. William,
not the forehead,
easily takes out everyone except Ulrich, who absolutely locks in here, throwing his sword where William teleports, which is a huge risk that would leave him weaponless if it failed, and is arguably the most clutch moment of the entire show, given that if William succeeded here, Jeremy, the plane, and the factory would have all exploded.
That's my remedy for a swelled head.
Yeah, well, I know 5 warriors that could also use that cure. So Aelita actually runs to the tower instead of taking her sweet time, and just before Jeremy's plane crashes and the missile hits the factory, they return to the past. Like, look at this. It could not have been any closer. In episode 85, Caddick Bombshell, I thought the bombshell would be Xana, upgrading from a missile attack to a bomb, but the bombshell in question is a pen pal of sissies from Iceland, who everyone's obsessed with. Maybe the—
Boo! I wanted more explosives! Sweet Matty G with the 2. France isn't marketable? I mean, I guess not anymore.
The funniest part of this is Nicholas calling back to his infamous line from a few episodes ago.
Hey, would you like to have a fantastic, breathtaking experience?
Shut up, Polyakov.
Odd and Bringa actually go on a date, which leads to Odd bringing her to the factory and showing her the supercomputer.
Why? God damn it, Odd.
She randomly presses a key that messes up the program Jeremy's been running, and it's like 85 episodes in, you think Odd would know better by now. Wait, actually, no I don't. The Lyoko fight is pretty cool, but there's a really funny moment I have to point out where Yumi turns into Crash Bandicoot.
I don't know, that has just been like the art direction of it for like, I don't know why they drew him like that. That's just how it is.
No, seriously, listen to it again. Maybe it's more like Stitch. So the episode ends actually without a return to the past, since Bringa goes off to the French countryside to hang out with Sissy's cousin.
They are in France, what the fuck? Then why do they have non-French fighter jets? Is my tax money going to the French?
Implying that Bring is a
God
bit
damn it.
manipulative and uninterested in Jeremy or Lyoko, but like she still knows about it and could potentially just destroy the planet if
I'm
she
not getting
really
drafted to fight Xana because the U.S. has yet another fucking...
wanted to. In 86, Canine Conundrum, everyone's annoyed at Kiwi for one reason or another.
I mean... It's just another Wednesday.
Whether it's peeing in their room, tearing up their pillows, or burying their stuff, so they feel the
I
proper
forgot how
punishment
ugly
is to
the
make
fucking
Kiwi
dog
sleep in the
was.
factory for 2 weeks. It's actually a bit cruel and unusual if you ask me. Like, Kiwi doesn't know any better, and I doubt this will make him learn anything. The poor dog sleeps in a drawer half the time. Like, I guess Kiwi is a really smart dog, and they do give him pretty complex commands to like, go distract Jim or to go get the others. So maybe they're just treating him like a regular member of the crew. Like if Odd started doing all this, they'd lock him in the factory too.
I mean, I think they have. I think he has and they have.
Xana's plan today is to take over Kiwi 2, the robotic Kiwi we saw all the way back in season 1.
Oh, so on like some robot courage like shit. Bow, wow. I make better courage. Duh!
Though here, this mechanical Kiwi can duplicate itself
Timu
and just
Iggy.
starts biting people in the gym, which is crazy. Like, it's not often we see Xana's schemes actually harm others. Seeing Jim and Hiroki fend off these robotic dogs with golf clubs and shot puts is one of the most random.
It immediately goes for that kid's leg. God damn! Ted comment with the 5. Xana hacked the French election so the elected official would import migrants to stab the kids. It worked, and that's why the show ended off screen. Well, that's not the canon ending. We got quite a bit of ways to go before we get the canon ending. God damn. That's fucking morbid.
Random yet hilarious visuals of the whole season. Like, imagine showing this to someone with no context and saying, yup, this is Code Lyoko fighting robot dogs. We even have a big fake out of Aelita falling into the digital sea, where she reveals she can also duplicate herself. The fact that Aelita saw the robot Kiwis duplicate and said, hey, I should do that too, is pretty amazing. I wonder why she never thought of that when Ulrich used his triplicate. I guess he doesn't use it very often.
I love his little pose that he
Kiwi's
did.
duplicate and said, hey, I should do that too, is pretty amazing.
I
wonder why
did
she
it.
never thought of that when Ulrich used his triplicate. I guess he doesn't use it very often, and maybe she shares her abilities more with Xana or something, I don't know. We end the episode returning to the past, getting rid of all the Kiwi 2s, and the crew warming up to Kiwi, deciding to lift his punishment, since at some point in all the chaos, Kiwi stepped on the keyboard and reloaded Odd's laser arrows, while Jeremy was just getting bitten by these dogs. Man, this episode was crazy. Episode 87, A Space Oddity, starts with another Kiwi-related subplot, as Odd has to hide Kiwi at the Ishiyama's house so he doesn't get discovered during school dorm inspections. To make matters worse, they have no choice but
they
to let
snuck him
Hiroki
in,
watch
too.
Kiwi,
That's not...
and as we
he's not
remember,
supposed to be there.
Hiroki can't even watch a Tamaguchi.
Damn! Poor Tamagotchi, it is gone. It's dead now. Shit. Little fucking brat.
Fortunately, Yumi's parents love Kiwi, or Lychee as they all call him, and look at how Yumi's dad plays with Kiwi. Was he like in the circus or something? This is wild. The Lyoko plot this episode is a new replica supercomputer has been found, this time in a space station, which is a pretty fun change of pace. They get attacked by these—
when did they introduce these like 2D segments that are like, I guess they're in their transformations? Are they in the virtual world or not? Like, I don't know. This one confuses me. These confuse me. I don't remember this ever being a thing like back in the day.
These weird metallic orbs, like, I don't even know what to say. I guess Xana's making high-tech alien technology or something. I really wish this episode wasn't randomly marked as YouTube Kids, because I would have loved to have seen what people said about these orbs or Kiwi getting juggled like this. They also fight William this episode, and kind of similar to some recent fights, they handle him with their ranged attacks, and he just kind of says, okay, screw this, and just jumps off the edge. William,
You fucking rage quitter.
that's pretty big aura loss. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Fun fact, this is the only fight against William where he doesn't devirtualize any Lyoko warriors, though Ulrich does get devirtualized when he dives through this collapsing wall to press this key mechanism. I know it's all in the Lyoko world, but I still feel like it takes a lot of courage to will yourself to dive into a space knowing it's gonna collapse in you. Like,
I know, like, what? Bro, these kids, these Code Lyoko kids, they're patient zero for phantom pain. Because I have phantom pain! I love those videos. Yeah, people on VR chat are fucking weird. They're fucking weird. Okay, if you are so, like, entranced and, like, engulfed in virtual reality for your entire life to the point that you're, like, having physical pain from using it, like you need to take a break, man. You need to take a break. Remember when, like, your parents or, like, old Nintendo consoles would give you reminders, hey, yo, take breaks. Make sure you don't, like, you know, glue your eyes to the screen so it don't cause eye damage. These people doing the exact opposite.
I don't know if I could do that in VR or something if I had it.
When you
Episode
can't
88,
even
Cousins,
say.
Once removed, has Jeremy's cool cousin Patrick transferring to Caddick, and Jeremy's pretty annoyed because not only is he trying to get work on the Skib Lanier done in peace, but now his cool cousin's here to overshadow him like always. Also, I feel like he looks way more like Ulrich than Jeremy.
Yeah, he really does.
Patrick's actually pretty chill, and despite his cool exterior, he really only has kind things to say about Jeremy, which is a fun twist on the trope where the new character just pretends to be nice to everyone except the boy who cries wolf. So everyone's pretty annoyed at Jeremy, even though he's just begging for some peace and quiet to study to. Sissy eventually meets Patrick and they wind up in Jeremy's room, just snooping on his computer where they find a bunch of intel, like Jeremy's recorded messages pretending to be William's father, and how he has access to all of Aelita's information, even fake audio of Sissy, at least a decade before AI made this unsettlingly accessible to the general public.
Nice one, Jeremy.
So Sissy wants to report all of this, but Patrick, being the chill guy he is, defends his cousin, asserting there must be some logical explanation to why Jeremy's been doing all of this, and that he trusts his cousin. I figured at this point Xana would take over Patrick or something, but it actually takes over Sissy, who just punches Patrick out of the room and starts messing with all the technology through Jeremy's computer. I honestly like this way more than if Patrick got possessed, and it actually lets Jeremy and Patrick work as a team, which is really useful, especially because Sissy can just straight up use Sasuke's Chidori. Like, look at this. So the Lyoko
Yeah, once they start spamming, like, anime energy beams and shit.
crew's able to stop Xana thanks to their combined efforts on Lyoko and Earth, and Aelita deactivates the tower, but not before doing a backflip in the transporter. Like, Patrick was seconds away from dying. One more backflip and he might not have returned
You gotta aura farm. The aura farming is important.
Jeremy and Patrick
Aura
make
farming is
amends,
important,
but
chat.
he unfortunately
Never let people tell you otherwise.
He's moving schools once again because his parents decided he should go to school somewhere closer. You'd think they would have decided that before enrolling him in school. It's not like they didn't know where the school was. Like, what's wrong with them? Honestly, what's wrong with everyone in this show? Episode 89, Music to Soothe the Savage Beast, has the
Esau with the two. Did they all need massive foreheads? Again, I don't know why it's drawn like that, bruh. I don't know why they gave them big ass foreheads. That's just, I guess that's just how the director of the show or creator of the show draws. You know, this was like what, early 2000s or some shit. He probably learned off of like, he probably learned how to draw anime-esque art from like those how to draw anime books you get from like Ollie's.
The Lyoko crew trying to...
Because back in the day, that was the only way to learn how to draw in that style. If you were lucky enough to find one of them how to draw anime manga books at Ollie's, like, that's just how you learn.
Handle Xana while Aelita DJs for the subdigitals. I really appreciate that we actually see Aelita's DJ art come to fruition. There's a lot of drama about Aelita being nervous to perform in front of the whole school, and Jeremy says he won't be able to make it on time because of the calcs and computations he's running, which really upsets Aelita. Maybe the drama feels a bit manufactured, but as I've said in every other video on the show, I love all these characters so much that I really buy into their drama. Like, Aelita's pain and nervousness here is just so real and relatable to me, where it probably wouldn't work in other shows. That night at the concert, Xana possesses the Subdigital's manager, which is pretty logical, but given that this episode's dedicated to music and the Subdigitals, kind of felt like now would have been a more appropriate time for Xana to possess the music or the sound waves or something, not just a random manager we've barely ever seen. On the
Yeah, but then he controls the... Bruh, music managers have a lot more control over shit than you realize. I'm just saying. Matter of fact, get Xana to possess the fucking record label executive. It's like, I will shelve Aelita's favorite band just because.
Plus side, this does give us a music montage fight, which is pretty cool and actually makes me think they could have done this more often.
Hear the lights go out. What should I do? Sub to this channel, and yet I know.
If only the song didn't suck.
Like,
Okay,
this came out arguably at the peak of AMVs. Also, one of the songs the Subdigitals sing is the outro credits theme, but with lyrics. Or rather that the outro theme is this song without lyrics, you know. Yumi actually takes out William and Lyoko with her fans, sacrificing herself in the process, so I guess that would make her the...
You know what, that sounds pause-worthy, Star. That sounds pause-worthy. I don't know if it's pause-worthy, but it sounds pause-worthy. I got a hunch that it's pause-worthy.
On the website, codelyoko.fr, which I've gotten a bit of info throughout these videos from, like some of the interviews, they actually have a system of tracking the characters' stats each episode, like how many virtualizations they all got, giving Aelita the MVP this episode. If we take a closer look, we see Aelita racked up 18 points from the 18 shots she dodged this episode, though personally I'd give the MVP to Yumi for devirtualizing William. Kind of a fun chart. Despite how cool this episode's concept was, it's probably my least favorite episode of the season.
You know, I wish other shows and like imagine if Dragon Ball had their own dedicated like actual power scaling website or something. That would be tough. That'd be kick-ass, and you could go by arc or episode or chapter or whatever the fuck. That would be tough, I'm just saying.
It's super cool to have Aelita's music journey reach its crescendo, but the episode just kind of lacks a bit of story and stakes for me.
Hold up, like officially. Dragon Ball the official Dragon Ball, like Toei Animation, Shonen Jump, all that shit. Like they have an official power scaling website where they keep track of the shit.
It really feels like we're getting to the very end of the show. We only have a few episodes left before we get to the finale, so let's keep pushing on.
What's Gerard Way doing there? Probably vampire shit. Like with Muppet Joker.
In episode 90, Wrong Exposure, Jeremy and Aelita search around the abandoned hermitage and find a picture of Aelita and Franz Hopper shortly before he disappeared. Odd accidentally emails this picture to Sissy when trying to send a selfie to a girl he likes, which is like incomprehensible today, but
God damn it, Odd. Feels like half of the fucking episodes are just because Odd's a fucking idiot.
I guess 20 years ago it was more possible or something. Sissy shows her father for some reason, and we learned Franz was actually a teacher here before Mrs. Hertz took over as the physics teacher. So everyone starts to question just exactly who Aelita truly is. And since Odd is her cousin, according to them, he gets called in too. I totally forgot Odd and Aelita claimed to be cousins way back when.
I've done that before. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I've done that before. I've done something like that. Okay, so my one friend worked at a company that would do like occasional picnics and shit, and like they could only invite family, but bro ain't have no family that he want to bring. He'd rather bring the goat. He'd rather bring the goat, Club Doom. Know what I'm saying? He'd rather bring the goat. So that was our excuse that I was his cousin. you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Honestly, I think they forgot
times.
too, because remember a few episodes ago, didn't Odd and Aelita pretend the abandoned factory was their little rendezvous spot? Like, did Nicholas and Herb think anything of that? Maybe that's why Sissy was so violent to Herb them. They get out of this mess when Jeremy explains that if the picture of Franz Hopper was from like a decade ago, then Aelita would obviously be in her 20s, so this girl can't be Aelita. Hold on, does this make Aelita technically in her 20s? I don't want to open this can of worms today. Xana takes over Principal
you never want to
Delmas
open
in
that
the
can
real
of worms.
world, along with Aelita on Lyoko, and while it seems like Xana just has been spamming taking over random people to fight lately, we at least
yeah, he really has been. That's like been his go-to. I think the last exciting thing he did was the shit with the plane and the missiles.
get a cool fight between Ulrich and Aelita that's basically a lightsaber duel. Jeremy does a hard reboot of the system to reset Xana's control over Aelita, and they have to return to the past before Delmas just crushes Odd with a girder. Oh, so that's where the Pokemon's name comes from. Anyways, Aelita's so exhausted she has to catch her breath first, showing us that, per usual, you can lead an Aelita to a tower, but you can't make her rush. Like, at least walk a step forward into the tower first. Ulrich's slashing lasers away while she's risking getting shot here. Like, come on.
Too late.
Tactical aura farming.
When they
Tactical
return to
aura
the
farming.
past, Aelita reveals that she never attended Caddick, despite her father being a teacher here, and that her name isn't Aelita Hopper or Aelita Stone, it's actually Aelita Schaefer. On top of this, her father's name is actually Waldo, and his middle name is Franz.
So they've been looking for a guy named Waldo this whole time? Is that what you telling me?
Name isn't Aelita Hopper or Aelita Stone, it's actually Aelita Schaefer. On top of this, her father's name is actually Waldo, and
they've been looking for a bull named Waldo the whole time. God damn. God damn. They never gonna find him, chat. They never gonna find him. He's too good. He's too good.
and his middle name is Franz, while Hopper is her mother's maiden name, so they did all this to hide their identities when they moved. It feels pretty random to reveal this, like it doesn't really change anything, it's not really a plot twist. Really the biggest significance it has for me is we finally know why every episode's end credits has a file that says Waldo Schaefer on it, which is actually kind of a cool, subtle mystery in retrospect. In episode 91, Bad Connection, Odd's parents are coming to school for the screening of his new film, but he's pretty depressed because Odd's parents are loving and supporting. I think a lot of people found this so weird because, like, Ulrich's father's a proper bellend, Yumi's parents have a rocky relationship, Aelita's parents are missing, and you're upset because your parents love you? To be fair, I
Yeah, dude, it sucks.
Suppose this does kind of show how being embarrassed can be somewhat irrational. Like, I was a super easily embarrassed kid myself, but still, pretty hard to sympathize with this plot this late into the show, especially when the whole school is going to watch your film. Xana's scheme of the day is to hack everyone's cell phones, creating an evil mob that tries to push Odd and Sissy off the school. Sissy's here because her cell phone got broken by her father when he tried to fix it for her by jamming a screwdriver through it. Like, Delmas is such an interesting person. He has a pretty strict exterior, but he's actually pretty goofy. Like, how someone thinks this could fix a phone is beyond me, but we also see other funny things throughout the show, like silly photos of him partying, probably
I
drunk.
recognize
And he also,
that.
like,
You're
sits in
right.
his
That is the Mario Strikers pause music. Yo!
office and plays computer games that have the Pac-Man music of all things.
Hey, no cool math games, no addictingmathgames.com at the school, even if you're staff. I remember back in high school, them sites were banned. So we had to get creative, and we played Kanye Zone. We would play Kanye Zone. That was like our go-to. Kanye Zone and Bad Eggs. If y'all ever played Kanye Zone is so peak. You have to keep Kanye out of his zone. This site's still up, by the way. But the zone gets bigger. Shaboy! Bad Eggs was pretty much just online PvP worms, like browser. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. That was Bad Eggs. Bad Eggs was pretty much just worms, but on browser and PvP online. It was fun.
What's the matter with this piece of junk?
What do you even do in this game? Try to put your head back on as a penguin? The Lyoko crew travel to the tower, even use an Odd's vehicle, which gives them a whole new perspective on just how talented and brave and cool Odd is. Just before him and Sissy get pushed off the top of the school by their parents, along with the rest of the school.
Oh, you know better than to get so close to the edge, don't you?
Oh yeah? I wonder who could have pushed me to the edge.
Oh, come off it, man.
Damn, even her face says it all. It's like, God damn, you little prick.
I read a few comments of people saying they love this Xana attack because it combines Xana's evilness with the core of these characters. Like, Odd isn't just fighting Xana, but his parents too. I just kinda wish they gave me a little more of a reason to care. Like, Odd has legitimate reasons to complain, whether it's not feeling seen in his large family, or the fact that his older siblings locked him in the bathroom overnight. But yeah, as it stands, Odd's like an IRL ninja who could be an Olympic gymnast, has a great group of friends, and is already an accomplished filmmaker. The film he made is kinda his usual
like
shtick
8th grade.
of filming people around Caddick and narrating it like a nature documentary, which is fun and all, but why was he filming Sissy sleeping? Why did he put a camera in a
Yo,
girl's
yeah, bro, that's fucking... man, it was mid 2000s writing, man. It was mid 2000s writing. The connotations, people just ain't think about it back then.
And why is no one disturbed
The implications,
by this? Like,
the
Odd,
implications were just not
cool,
of
man.
anyone's concern. The wink, no, young bull is a freak. Oh hell no. As if Odd couldn't get any fucking worse.
92 Cold Sweat starts with a shocking story about
Yo,
Yumi
watch out
from
for the
Caddick
artsy
News.
types.
It's not about Lyoko or anything. It's just a picture of her in a pink princess outfit. How shocking. Odd makes Ulrich promise to take the blame for this, and I was like, gosh, Odd, why are you such a schmuck? And why is Ulrich always so stoic and agrees to this? But this is what makes these characters so dang fascinating to me. So Yumi's understandably upset at Ulrich, so we have Odd and Yumi team up, where they get transported to a replica in Siberia, where they have to escape William, and then we have Ulrich and Aelita team up on Lyoko.
Have you got a better idea? No. Do you think it might work? No.
When the show first started, I thought Odd was by far the coolest character in terms of his combat. Like, he had psychic powers and ninja skills and cat-like reflexes. But now at the end of the show, I'd say Ulrich is by far my favorite character. Like, he just runs fast and slashes stuff and sometimes just throws his sword. He kind of has a high-risk, high-reward style of combat that's just so fun to watch.
Glass cannon. Glass cannons are always fun.
Aelita enters the tower pretty early this episode, but she gets the idea to hack into the data of the tower to free William. As Odd and Yumi are waiting for things to go down in Lyoko, Odd tells Yumi that maybe love makes people do crazy things, and maybe that's why Ulrich just wanted her to notice him. It kind of makes it look like Odd maybe likes Yumi here, but as we all know, the other Lyoko characters have been pushing Ulrich and Yumi together the whole show. Like, it even used to be the end credits image for the show, which I always thought was so funny and adorable. As Ulrich and Aelita try to handle things on Lyoko,
yeah, that was a brain. I don't know what that's about.
And it's amazing. This giant volcano magma titan thing, which
it looked like some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
Odd calls the Colossus. It's legitimately a terrifying reveal. Like, every Lyoko monster has been pretty tiny for the most part and just kind of shoots lasers. This monster shakes the world with each step. He's bigger than the tower. Even Jeremy, who seems to have a plan for everything, just tells them to run. This episode ends with Yumi confronting Ulrich about the embarrassing picture and how he must have wanted to have a fight so she'd think about him. But Yumi tells Ulrich he could have just talked to her, and then she kisses him on the forehead, so everyone goes
I love about Rihanna. I swear with that accent that you got, I kiss you on your forehead. Who you talking? Who you getting loud with? Who you disrespect? I kiss you on your forehead. You better stop playing with me. Hey, when we get home, I'm gonna kiss you on your forehead.
Yeah, oh my god, she actually does it. Everyone keep bringing up the fucking 5 heads these people got in this show, and I keep trying to play it off, but now they just straight up doing Kevin Gates shit. That's some bullshit. I kiss you on your forehead. Who you talking to like that? That's a 7 head. Ted comment with the 5. The goth girl at the restaurant I autistically go to every week has started telling me what to order and asked to be in her section. What do? Ooh. I guess, you know, just she's obviously looking for more opportunities to talk to you and get to know you. That's obviously your cue to, you know, like, talk to her. And, you know, maybe over, you know, after 1 or 2 conversations, you know, shoot the question. Yo, you want to go out and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, that's my take, but I'm also, like, I'm also not a go-to for, like, any kind of dating advice. That is not what my channel is for, and that is for a reason. Like I said, my exes could tell stories, man. Nothing too crazy, but they could tell some fucking stories.
Off to sleep as we near the end of Go to Lyoko. You'd think that's where they would end the episode.
Yeah, just
but
don't bring up
end on
Ewoks, because apparently Ewoks scare the hoes. And as soon as we played the Ewok movie, everyone fucking left.
Sappy of a note, cause Odd calls Yumi and finally admits he was the one who pulled the prank. So she's understandably upset, like everyone's just lying and manipulating her. So the actual finale to this episode is Yumi submitting a new photo to the Caddick News, which seems to be of Odd and Ulrich getting out of the shower or something, and the newspaper posted it. So yeah, Ulrich ends the episode trying to kill Odd, which is honestly understandable. Like, he's gotta commit to the bit if he was gonna lie to Yumi. But to be fair, Ulrich did ask Odd to admit he was the one who posted the princess picture. It actually led to one of the rare instances of progress in Ulrich and Yumi's relationship, so W Riz, I guess.
Let's face it, she does look awful in pink. Although the color really looks great on you, Aelita.
To
well,
me,
no
this
shit,
is like...
she got pink hair. I think that's like her natural hair too. It's like naturally pink. No shit.
A perfect episode of Code Lyoko. It truly had everything I'd want in an episode. A cool 2D fight, a cool 3D fight, real world stakes and drama. Episodes like this are kind of what I think about the most when I think back to Code Lyoko. Episode 93, Down to Earth, Jeremy has an idea to wipe out Xana for good using a multi-agent system, which is kind of like the Marabunta system from like 60 episodes ago, where this system of gray balls and slime were taking out all of Xana's monsters akin to an ant colony, and then tried to take out Aelita after that. Man, it's kind of crazy to think there was a time where Aelita didn't really have powers on Lyoko and wasn't even on Earth. Her becoming a real character and member of the crew is really one of the biggest glow-ups of the show. Meanwhile, William's parents decide to pay a visit to Caddick to check on their son, who they understandably believe has been replaced or brainwashed or something.
You know, that son of yours, he's really quite a piece of work.
I'm not just any piece of work. To be specific, I'm a digitally generated random polymorphic energy field controlled by a basic non-evolving behavioral program.
Yeah, yeah, did we take him to like one of them schools that's like in the sci-fi books where it's like you guys like make a robot duplicate of him and then like take the real him and I don't know, grind him up into fucking burger patties or some shit? Like, what the fuck? What y'all do to our kid?
Chip off the old block, huh?
This episode might be
Chip
one of
off
the
the
most
old
dramatic
block.
and action-packed episodes of the entire show. We got Ulrich fighting the Colossus, climbing on top of it and slashing it, as Odd and Aelita fend off these super robot soldiers in the Arctic base. Speaking of super robots, did anyone happen to see the video a few weeks ago of a robot in Poland chasing a bunch of wild boars? Like, we're getting...
I got a better one. I got an even better one. Well, that is a better one, but I'm talking about a different better one. Robot Billie Jean. I love it. This is so good. Who put the stairs here? Who put the stairs here? Bro's just trying to dance. Okay. Why would you put stairs there? I guess... Honestly, that's what I would do in that situation. That's what I would do in that situation. If I was dancing to Billie Jean and I fucking fell... walking up 2 steps like that, I'd just lay there too. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd just ham it up for entertainment value. Fuck it. And no one says anything or laughs. They all just awkwardly sit there in silence. She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son.
Getting closer to Code Lyoko being real every day. Well, we're actually getting closer to Xana being real now that I think about it, but that's kind of depressing to think about. Ulrich and Odd are both pretty amazing here. Like, Ulrich not only fights the Colossus, but he also fends off William before getting stomped on. Odd's able to shield and shoot all these soldiers, so Aelita can enter the program to save William. And you know, we never really see Odd use this shield, but he can only fend off this army for so long before they devirtualize him. This whole sequence is kind of brutal. Like, Yumi flies straight into the swinging Colossus. Ulrich gets stomped on by the Colossus amidst his fight with William. William gets shot in the back by Odd. And by far the most brutal moment of the entire show, by a significant margin, would have to be here when Aelita wakes up in the skid, only for the Colossus to be right in front of her. Like, just watch this.
God damn!
Aelita, no!
For Aelita to be pinballed around.
I'm okay! Sweet Maddie G with the 2. Robot spent the night in the crawl space for that. Yeah, bro got sent to the hole that night. Yeah, or where all he had access to was a shitty mall charging station
Found in the ship
that probably
only
got
for it
malware
to
on it.
explode and to virtualize her before it falls into the digital sea. Like, this whole sequence is traumatic and brutal. They didn't really play out the drama of like whether she was alive or not, maybe because the scene was already so rough. Aelita just kind of shakes it off though, like just another day in the office. In terms of action and combat, this is the best episode of the entire series, bar none. It's just amazing quality, and for a lot of people out there who haven't seen the show, I feel like seeing clips of this episode in particular could be a great enticement to actually watch it. Like, who would have known the Big Forehead show would have actually been this crazy? The program was able to complete just in the nick of time, or should I say just in the William of time, because he's finally back and non-Xanified for the first time in like almost 30 episodes.
Alright, good shit. We finally rescued William.
So we end the episode with William back in the real world, easing his parents' suspicion that he was replaced with a Spectre, and he's already back to creating drama between Ulrich and Yumi. We have 2 episodes left, and I'm so scared. Like, please something happen. Anything. I don't want them to be in purgatory forever. Please. In episode 94, Fight to the Finish, this episode starts with another Aelita nightmare, only this time it's not of her past trauma, but rather a future premonition of her father being shot in Sector 5. So William's back in the real world.
My father got shot in Sector 5. That's a song title. That's going on the list, chat. My father got shot in Sector 5.
But I guess I finally realized that he's not fully assimilated back to Earth culture, whether he's a Spectre or not. He really doesn't have any friends and sits alone at lunch, which is pretty sad, and then he asks the Lyoko crew if he can sit with them, but they have an awkward hesitation, and William's already kind of vulnerable and just storms off. I guess I would also hesitate if someone asked to eat lunch with me after just swagging on me for 30 episodes straight, but I love the debate and drama everyone has about William. Like, they're upset he got taken out by the Skivazoa in the first place, but Aelita makes a great point.
The ring idea, I've never seen anyone try it before. Probably wouldn't work. I'm guessing. I think if it would work, we would see more people doing it.
that this happens to her too. And honestly, her failures with the schizozoa were way worse than William's, let's be honest. So they say they can be friends with William, but can't ever go back to Lyoko. While he's really been nothing but a hindrance in the fight against Anna so far, he at least helps the crew get away from Sissy here so they—
Oh, also, now it just clicked. Now it just clicked. Now it just clicked what the joke is. The joke is that if you wear a ring, she'll think you're taken, and you know, and some people of the incel variety have this tendency, have this belief that, like, you know, girls just want an excuse to, you know, get you to cheat, yada yada yada, all that nonsense. Okay, that just clicked. I forgot that's like a thing in, like, incel mindsets. Yeah, don't listen to him. Yeah, don't listen to him. Yeah, coworker just kind of sound like a dickhead, low key. I don't think it, like.
They can go to the lab because Jeremy just received a message from Franz Hopper. Now I know what we're all thinking. It's probably Xana, right? Well,
it's always Xana. It will forever be Xana.
Surely with like 1.5 episodes left, they wouldn't do that to us again, right? I know we criticize how slowly Aelita walks and flips to the tower every episode, but to be fair, I guess the others could skate to the factory a little faster. Like they're out here flipping and grinding rails.
It's kind of like that Tony Hawk movie. That's a deep cut. We might watch that at some point. The fucking Tony Hawk cartoon. Tomorrow we're so far away, so live today. Ah!
I actually do wonder, though, if it's optimal to grind the rail here. I guess you'd wipe out ollieing this whole stairway. Either way, it's pretty swaggy. I really like that William doesn't really take no for an answer and shows up at the lab and is like, hey, I got beef with Xana too. Like, I want this smoke. No pun intended. But Yumi brings up an interesting point, saying William's not like them, and he's not strong enough like them. I guess I never really thought at this point, what does it mean for them to be strong? For me,
yeah, like you know, skilled, or like their virtual characters like got a certain amount of stats. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
I think it goes to show their discipline and commitment. Like, they've all sacrificed so much throughout the show. It's understandable that they would worry something like this could happen again, especially now when the stakes are higher than ever. So they compromise and have William stay in the lab with Jeremy as the others go to Lyoko to check on Franz. Frame 1, Xana sparks a wire in the lab and takes over William to beat up Jeremy. Xana, you are a bastard. Like, seriously, you couldn't let him hang out for 10 seconds?
I wonder why I'm not surprised.
Oh, come on. This is so messed up. She did kind of get his ass, though.
We should have brought him to Lyoko with us.
Maybe so. Go and tell that to Yumi.
Okay, he kind of got her ass. Like, outstanding play. So we got our final fight with the Colossus, the embodiment of Xana's reign of terror throughout the show, which Ulrich stabs right through its mask as we see it collapse on top of Ulrich, and the light slowly fades from the crevices of its body. I love how this shot holds for a few seconds after the fact. It's so ominous in a way. And then Ulrich's gotta go to the factory right away to go fight William. While all of this is going on, Franz Hopper, in his energy ball form, supplies the power needed to run the program to defeat Xana once and for all. You may recognize this scene's playing out exactly like Aelita's premonition of losing her father for good, and Aelita understandably hesitates, but Jeremy reminds her that if she doesn't act quickly, he'll have sacrificed himself for nothing. So Aelita runs the program as we watch Franz, along with all of Lyoko, fade away in a white flash, as well as the specter of Xana rise up in a cloud of smoke, taking the form of a man with his head in his hands, then the face of a man writhing in pain, and back to the Xana symbol before fading away, as if to lose its humanity one last time. The episode ends with Aelita returning to the lab as Jeremy holds her while the others can only watch helplessly. It's such a shock to me that Aelita's premonition became reality, like ignoring the fact that she had a premonition in the first place. The others assured her this wouldn't happen, so to see their biggest fear, besides Xana taking over the world come true, is really a sobering end to this episode, and essentially the series, as we move on to our final episode.
Oh yeah, because they just killed Xana. That just went right over my head. Yeah, they just killed Xana. Yeah, W Code Lyoko squad. Let's go. Yeah.
Echo.
Go team.
I think of Echoes as the calm after the storm, as this episode focuses on what the Lyoko crew's life will be like now that Xana is defeated. The crew debates if they—
Rob Dyrdek had a cartoon. Okay, that's going in the screenshot folder for me to refer back to later. Hell yeah.
They should shut off the supercomputer, with everyone except Yumi voting to leave the computer on. As crazy as that may sound, it's understandable when it's revealed the kids fear what their lives will be like without the very thing that made them so close in the first place. Ulrich says he'll miss being a hero, Odd will miss the fun of it all, but for Aelita, she'll have to shut the door not only to her past, but to her father, who in all likelihood has permanently sacrificed himself in order for the others to live. A large portion of this episode is montages, showing us clips of the warriors past bravery, courage, and love. Before they ultimately decide to shut down the supercomputer, Ulrich and Yumi share a sweet scene where they don't exactly admit their feelings to one another, but they promise to have plenty of great moments beyond Lyoko. As Jeremy returns to the past one final time, with Ulrich and Yumi holding hands, looking into each other's eyes as the light washes over them. Code Lyoko ends on a shot of the Lyoko crew looking up to the sky as Ulrich randomly unsheathed his swords to aura farm one last time. Like, there was no reason to do this, but he—
Tactical aura farming, chat. I'm telling y'all. It's real. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. It gets into your opponent's head.
knows it was tough. We see the Xana logo
he knows it was
Ulrich
tough.
randomly unsheathed his swords to aura farm one last time. Like, there was no reason to do this, but he knows it was tough. We see the Xana logo etched onto the supercomputer with light piercing through, as if to slice through Xana once and for all. Lights conquer darkness, good over evil, and these kids letting go of their past can now move on to the next chapter of their lives. There's no returning to the past, but these echoes will reverberate and shape their future. Code Lyoko will always have a special place in my heart, cause
Same. Code Lyoko and Challenge Showdown were like my two go-to, like, mid-2000s action cartoons. They were the shit, man. They were the shit.
At just how close these characters were. Like, I can't think of many shows that portray a friend group with such maturity and love, especially when you consider all the drama and squabbles they had like every episode. They risked their lives and sacrificed so much. Even Jeremy, who often missed out on school events, cooped up in his room with his weird Einstein poster that randomly opens and closes its mouth. Like, seriously, what was up with that? While the ending is left open and ambiguous enough for the possibility of more Code Lyoko, like they could make a new episode that says, oh, what's this? Franz Hopper had one final message, or he's still there, let's go save him. As it stands, it's a really fitting ending for Code Lyoko to end on this level of closure. Code Lyoko wasn't one with the crew doing some big team attack on Xana, or Alita's parents showing back up to take her home. It ended in a series of small victories that were built up from all the hard work the crew committed to every episode.
They trusted the process, chat. Trust the process. Consistency is key, and you shall achieve. What did Perry say that one day? If you search hard enough, you will destroy, or some shit like that.
Alita's nightmare became reality, but throughout this whole ordeal, she made some of the best friends anyone could ask for. Even though sometimes they randomly post embarrassing photos of each other to the school newspaper, they oftentimes have good intentions. We even see the crew make friends with William and Sissy, and it's so sweet to see that all it took for Sissy to finally become friendly with the crew was for them to basically say, hey Sissy, you're our friend and all, just stop being a schmuck. And she's shocked to learn learn that they're actually friends in the first place. Like, she instantly becomes friendly when they acknowledge her as their friend, which is really funny to me. Like, did you ever have someone randomly tell you you're their friend or they like you, and your entire perspective of the person changed in an instant?
I wish.
Anyways, this for now is how the original run of Code Lyoko ended. It seems to be left just open enough that it could be continued further, but the story of Code Lyoko doesn't exactly end here. A series of 4 novels called Code Lyoko Chronicles.
Really? A book series? Huh. Interesting.
Was released as a bit of a more mature, alternate canon continuation of the series. I haven't read through them just yet, but I'm planning to read them on some flights I'm taking soon, which might be the worst time to read them now that I think about it. There's also Code Lyoko Evolution, the French live-action series that the original show's creators departed from because they didn't like the direction of the show, the amount of control they had on it, and the fact that it wasn't getting a second season. A lot of people have advised me that the show isn't very good, and is overall kind of disrespectful and depressing for what goodwill Code Lyoko had built up, but I'm really curious to see what it's like, because I've never even seen as much as a clip from the show. All I know is the production.
This is my first time hearing about it.
Production was really rough due to some shareholders pulling out. The
shareholders pulling out. I distinctly remember one pulled out because some dickhead fucked with the snack table and broke it, and all the snacks fell on the floor and shit. It was a huge mess. What a dickhead. Named Perry. Damo Z with the 5. Random aside, I uploaded an English subtitled version of Gladiformers 2. It never got a dub. Huh. Would you even watch it? It's somehow better than the first. Huh. Well, that is definitely something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the screenshot folder. And then you said you uploaded it like it's on your channel. So I'm going to go to your channel, see if it's there. Gladiformers. Unless you're talking about like a alt you got or something. I'm not seeing it. Let me type Gladiformers with English subtitles. Okay. And I will add that to watch later. There we go. It is now on watch later. I'll check this out. I'll check this out at some point. Because, yeah, I'm interested. I remember when we watched Gladiformers 1. That was a good time.
The actors not getting paid, and Moonscoop facing lawsuits and filing for bankruptcy. That might seem like a really depressing end for this video, but not all hope is lost, cause on June 12th, head writers and directors Sophie de Crozet and Jerome Muscadet will be holding a 2-hour radio show filmed in front of a live audience, in which they'll talk all about Code Lyoko. So if anything's going to be revealed for a future of Code Lyoko, mark this date. And also, if any of y'all know French, I would love to know what they're talking about if someone plans on translating the key takeaways. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for watching this whole series on Code Lyoko. It's really been one of my favorite series to make, and I'm
well, we only watched the one video. We ain't watched the first one, but you know what I will do? I will put your video and technically channel right here for people to go and watch on their own time and stuff. And then I see the other video right down here. Yeah, Code Lyoko's fantastic 4th season. Yeah, check this guy out. This was a good video. This is pretty good. So yeah, shout out to Colby2D. I might actually subscribe. Fuck it, why not? All right. That's all I got for today, chat, because I gotta fucking go to I gotta fucking drive again tomorrow morning. So, and I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready. Because I got a lot of shit I have to prepare before I head out tomorrow morning. So, you know. So, peace as always. Y'all the best. I appreciate you, Heavy. Thank you for coming out tonight and enjoying the show, supporting the show. And, yeah, I will have more content coming down the pipeline. Until then, sweet nectar.